Hello friends, we are continuing our discussion of hydrocarbons. Alright, now comes alkenes and alkynes. So the preparation of alkenes can be done by dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation, like look at this compound. Alright, and it is catalyzed by alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH. This is OH negative. This OH negative removes this hydrogen as H positive, and this X is removed as X negative. So this is the removal of X negative, removal of water, and we get this kind of alkene. This is called elimination reaction. For dehydrohalogenation, the common reagent used is alcoholic KOH. Alright, alcoholic KOH. Now, if alcoholic KOH can do this thing, alcoholic KOH, or you can also use NaNH2, sodamide can be used, or you can use RONA, that is sodium alkoxide can be used, or you can use RNA, or even sodium acetylide, etc. These reagents can be used for dehydrohalogenation. Alright, dehydrohalogenation. For dehydration, look at dehydration. Like in dehydrohalogenation also there are two possibilities. Like look at this case. Alright, look at these two cases. Now this is one possibility, removal of X negative and removal of this hydrogen as H positive. In that case we will be getting butene, and if this hydrogen is removed, then in that case we will be getting 1-butene as major product. This 2-butene is called Sadzeff product. This is called Sadzeff product, and this is called Hoffman's product. This is called Hoffman's product. Normally it is the Sadzeff product which is major product. Normally it is the Sadzeff product which is major, and Hoffman product is minor product. But you must know that there are certain reactions in which we get Hoffman as a major product. One of which is if we are using fluoroalkane. If fluoroalkane is treated with the alcoholic KOH, the major product is not Sadzeff, rather the major product is Hoffman's product. This is the major product. Second, if you use a normal chlorobutane and you are using a bulky base like CH3 whole thrice, CONA, you are using a bulky base. In that case also you don't get butene as major product, rather you get but1 as a major product. So this is the second case. And third case, if gamma carbon is a quaternary carbon, like this is halogen which is getting removed, and this is alpha carbon, this is beta, and this is gamma carbon. This gamma carbon is a quaternary carbon, and then even if you use alcoholic KOH, the major product is C. This is the major product. Alright, so and the fourth one is, that is very important, if the leaving group is very poor, that also includes this. And one major thing is this one, that is N CH3 positive and OH negative. If it is heated, this hydrogen is removed as H positive, which combines with this OH to give H2O, and this is the removal of CH3 whole thrice N, and we get but1 as major product. So these are certain cases where we get Hoffman's as major product. Otherwise normally it is the Sadzeff product which is major product. Alright, then comes dehydration. All right, dehydration. For dehydration, normally we use concentrated H2SO4 as reagent, or you can use concentrated H3PO4 as a reagent. All right, this is the removal of H2O, H positive, the attack of H positive, and removal of H2O, and you get carbocation like this. You get this kind of carbocation, and then finally removal of hydrogen as H positive, and you get major product, SAIDSF product. So this is dehydration. This is dehydration. And during any mechanism, if carbocation which is formed is less stable, like if you have say this kind of case, this is CH3 CH3H and you have OH. All right, this kind of case. All right, so in this case, say suppose we have CH3 and this is suppose C6H5 group, phenyl group, and now CH3 C CH3 and this is C6H5, and this kind of carbocation is formed. Now this carbocation is a 2-degree carbocation. This is a 2-degree carbocation. It will try to gain more stability, and to gain more stability, the alkyl group or methyl group or phenyl group or hydrogen, they get shifted to this carbon. This is called 1,2 hydride shift. If hydrogen is shifted, 1,2 methyl shift if methyl group gets shifted, and 1,2 phenyl shift if phenyl group gets shifted. All right, so if methyl group gets shifted, we get CH3, then this carbon we have a positive charge, and this is phenyl group. All right, and this is CH and CH3 and this CH3. So see, this is a 3-degree carbocation. This was previously 2-degree carbocation. Now this is a 3-degree carbocation, which is more stable. So that is why this kind of shifting has taken place. All right, and then removal of hydrogen as H positive, and we get the final product like CH3 C 36H5 double bond, and CH3 and CH3. This is the product. So this kind of shifting is always observed. If we get a more stable intermediate. So if 1-degree carbocation gets converted to 2-degree carbocation, or 2-degree is converted to 3-degree carbocation, etc., this kind of shifting always take place. Right, so after SAIDSF and Hoffman elimination, see alkyne by these two methods alkenes can be prepared very easily. All right, and one more method is there, that is called dehalogenation. All right, dehalogenation, the reagent used is either sodium metal or zinc metal, etc. So you can write simply like this also, like if we have 1,2-dichlorobutane, and if it is treated with zinc, if you do not want to see the mechanism, you can simply say removal of ZnCl2, and the product obtained is butanene. Or if we have say cyclo 1,2-dichlorocyclohexane, it is treated with zinc, removal of ZnCl2, and we get cyclohexene, like that. But you should be careful if there is a gap between chlorine, the carbon containing chlorine. If there is a gap, then we don't get alkene. Rather, if it is treated with zinc metal, this is the removal of ZnCl2 and we get cyclobutane. Just add these two carbon atoms. Similarly, if we have say this kind of 1,4-dichlorocyclohexane. If it is treated with zinc metal, obviously we get this kind of bicyclo compound, right? Bicyclo 2,2,0 cyclohexane. Bicyclo 2,2,0 hexane. Bicyclo 2,2,0 hexane. All right. So you can write the dehalogenation reaction. So dehydrohalogenation, dehydration, and dehalogenation. The reagent used are different. For dehydrohalogenation, alcoholic KOH or NaNH2 etc. are used. And for dehalogenation, zinc or sodium metal. And for dehydration, concentrated H2SO4 or concentrated H3PO4 etc. are used. Alright. And to prepare acetylene, we have one Kolb's electrolysis we have seen. So by taking sodium malate or sodium fumarate can be converted to acetylene, or you can use the iodoform CHI3 if treated with the sodium metal 6 of Na or 6 silver powder. You can use silver powder plus iodoform 6 of AgI, and we get acetylene. This is how acetylene can be prepared. All right. So or by dehydrohalogenation, you can use you can use Cl. All right. And this is in the first step you get this product, and this is again means 1,2-dichloroethane if treated with the alcoholic KOH first, and then we use sodamide NaNH2, and again dehydrohalogenation will take place, and finally we get acetylene. So by these methods we can prepare alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes, they show electrophilic addition, and there is Markovnikov's addition. Like if we are given propene, if propene is treated with say HBr, all right, the positive part of the addendum goes to that carbon which bears greater number of hydrogen. So and negative, or you can also say during electrophilic addition we get a carbocation which is highly stable. Like see, hydrogen is going to this carbon atom, that means positive charge goes on second carbon atom. So this is a secondary carbocation. This is more stable. If H positive goes to this carbon atom, positive charge will produce on first carbon atom, that is primary carbocation. This is secondary carbocation. This is highly stable. All right. So and then Br negative will attack this carbon, and we get CH3, CHBr, and CH3. 2-bromopropane is the major product. This addition is called Markovnikov's addition. This addition is called Markovnikov's addition. Whereas if propene is treated with the HBr, if propene is treated with HBr in the presence of a peroxide, then it is a different mechanism. This is called anti-Markovnikov's addition, and we get 1-bromopropane as major product. This is anti-Markovnikov's addition. This is a free radical mechanism. So you should be careful. This is carried out in the presence of a peroxide. All right, and for this only HBr shows anti-Markovnikov's addition. HF, HCl, and HI, they do not show anti-Markovnikov's addition. HF, HCl, and HI, they do not show anti-Markovnikov's addition. So you should be careful. All right. There are other very important reactions as well, like reaction of propene with chlorine. All right, at room temperature. At room temperature, we get CH3, CHCl, and CH2Cl. All right. Whereas if similar chlorination is carried out at a very high temperature, we get CH2Cl and CH double bond CH2. This is very important. Chlorination at room temperature is electrophilic addition. All right. Whereas chlorination at a very high temperature, it becomes a free radical substitution. So obviously, this is the condition. This high heat is the condition for the formation of free radical. All right. So even if we get 1,2-dichloropropane due to high temperature, this becomes unstable, and it is revert back to propene. And then propene, since Cl free radical is formed at a very high temperature, it will show free radical substitution. All right. So these kind of reactions are important.